Amen. And come on and let's receive our pastor, Bishop, and clapping of our hands. Hallelujah.
Oh, give God a hand and praise the house of God. Amen. Wave your hand and say, yeah.
If he did anything of substance to you, open up your mouth and just give God
of your mouth. Give him a praise out of your mouth. Give him a praise out of your very being right now. Just give him a praise. Just lift up your hands and close your eyes. Put your head back and just say, Lord, I thank you. Somebody say, Lord, I thank you. Lord, I thank you. My God, for bringing me from a mighty long way. Didn't have to do it, but you did. You didn't have to do it, but you did. I heard somebody say, when I think of the goodness of Jesus and all that he has done for me, my soul cries out hallelujah. Thank God for saving me. Thank the Lord all right this morning. You can be seated if you can. Keep on doing great things for us. Making a way out of no way. Just look at somebody and say, the Lord is good. The Lord is good. Shake somebody's hand and tell them, the Lord is good. The Lord is good. They need to hear you tell them. They need to hear you remind them. Tell somebody the Lord is faithful. He's faithful. How many of y'all are glad he keeps his promises? Are you happy about the Lord keeping his promises? He keeps his promises. Whatever he says concerning us, he does. God is so good to us. Amen. Amen. We just thank God for our bishop. Let's give him a great big round of applause. Thank God for him. Awesome lady, give her a hand. We thank God for her. Amen. Our great ministerial staff, amen, wonderful staff we have here, amen, great, amen, praise and worship leaders, musicians, drummers, deacons, mothers, ushers, saints, friends. Give our visitors a hand. We thank God for you. We honor you today. Our young people, we honor you today, amen, amen. I just want to thank you, amen, for your prayers. I am doing well. I'm looking for somebody. Give God a hand, but I'm perfect, y'all. Amen, I'm perfect. Amen. Good to hear him say you're perfect. Everything is well, amen. Everything is doing what it should do. Amen. God is good, ain't he? And God is good. Amen. 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 And I'll touch on it a little bit later. But 1 Samuel 17. Let's get into the word. 1 Samuel. Amen. 17. Amen. Because the word, amen, carries preeminence. Amen. And everything. And I'm so excited about this word. 1 Samuel 17, 16 through verse 37. Very familiar scripture, but I want to encourage you today. I want to encourage you today. I'm pretty sure everyone here has came across this passage at one point, a time in your life. But I tell you, I want to show it to you in a different manner today. 1 Samuel 17, 16 through verse 37. I want you to listen to every word that I utter, especially this 16th verse. Everyone standing that can and will. Look on with someone if you don't have it. If you're limited, we do understand. But I want you to really be on every word, especially this first verse, the 16th verse of 1 Samuel 17. You have that? Say amen. Amen. And the Philistine drew near morning and evening and presented himself 40 days. Yes. Somebody say every morning. Every evening. Goliath showed himself. Jesse said unto David his son, take now for thy brethren an ephah of parched corn, these 10 loaves, and run to the camp to serve to thy brethren. Carry these 10 cheeses unto the captain and their 1,000, and look how thy brethren fare, and take their pledge. Now Saul and they and all the men of Israel were in the valley of Elah fighting with the Philistines. David rose up early in the morning and left the sheep with the keeper and took and went as Jesse had commanded him. And he came to the trench as the host was going forth to fight and shouted for the battle. For Israel and the Philistines had put the battle in array, the army against army. David left his carriage in the hand of the keeper of the carriage and ran into the army and came and saluted them. And as he talked with them, behold, there came up the champion, the Philistine of Gath, Goliath by name, out of the armies of the Philistines, and spake according to the same words, and David heard them. All of the men of Israel, when they saw the man, fled from him and were sore afraid. And the men of Israel said, have ye seen this man that is come up? Surely to defy Israel he come up, and it shall be that the man who killeth him, the king will enrich him with great riches, and will give him his daughter, and make his father's house free in Israel. And David spake to the men that stood by him, saying, what shall be done to the man that killeth this Philistine, and taketh away the reproach of Israel? For who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God? And the people answered him after this manner, saying, so shall it be done to the man that killeth him. And Eliab his eldest brother heard when he spake unto the men, and Eliab's anger was kindled against David. And he said, why camest thou down hither? And with whom hast thou left those few sheep in the wilderness? I know thy pride and thy naughtiness of thine heart, for thou art come down that thou mightest see the battle. And David said, what have I now done? Is there not a cause? He returned from him toward another and spake after the same manner. And the people answered him again after the former manner. And when the words were heard which David spake, they rehearsed them before Saul, and he sent for him. And David said to Saul, let no man's heart fail because of him. Thy servant will go and fight with this Philistine. And Saul said to David, thou art not able to go against him, the Philistine, to fight with him, for thou art but a youth, for he is a man from his youth. And David said unto Saul, hear this, thy servant kept thy father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear, and took a lamb out of the flock, and I went out after him and smote him, and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard, and smote him, and slew him. Thy servant slew both the lion and the bear, and this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them, seeing he has defied the armies of the living God. Last verse, David said, moreover, the Lord that delivered me out of the paw of the lion, and out of the paw of the bear, he will deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine. And Saul said unto David, go, and the Lord be with thee. Is that all right this morning? Look at somebody in the eye and say, you survived that. Say, you survived that to face this. Say, you survived that to face this. You can be seated in the house of God. You survived that just to face this. I started, people of God, at the 16th verse when it read, the Philistine drew near morning and evening and presented himself 40 days. My brothers and sisters, please understand this opening statement. Get this. The giants in your life will continue to present themselves if they know that they serve as intimidators to you.
All right, say that, Bishop.
The giants in all of our lives will continually present themselves if they know that they serve as intimidators, watch this, and not initiators for you.
All right.
If the enemy knows that he's serving as intimidation, he will be fueled to keep coming. And look, when the Bible says he presented himself, that really means that he came and said, I'm here. If anybody wants some of this, I'm here. But for the last few days, every time I came, y'all ran like a bunch of babies. Can I preach like I feel it? The last few days, Mr. Brown, I will come. It ain't nobody hard enough to come up here and face me. And guess what? The tallest man y'all got is your King Saul, and he even scared because he running just like y'all. He behind y'all, should be in front of y'all, and ain't got nobody to challenge me. And I just wish I had somebody that got a little bit of heart in the God that you say you serve. Oh, do I got anybody here? Look at somebody and say, you singing about it, you preaching about it, you talking about it, you witnessing about it, but when it comes time to trust it, nobody seems to trust it. Oh, look at somebody and say, singing and shouting ain't gonna get it. Look at somebody saying, after a while, you're going to have to fight the devil. Ain't got nobody. You're going to have to challenge the devil, Mother Green, and fight him on his turf and let him know that I know that my Redeemer lives and that he has given me the power over any foe that dare to defy the power of God. Somebody give God a hand praise here. Look at somebody and say, if you keep running, he's going to keep presenting. People say, why the devil keep coming after me? Why the devil keep testing me? Because you ain't stood up to him yet. Oh, I ain't got nobody. I'll check somebody here that you ain't stood up to that devil yet. He gonna keep on chasing you. He gonna keep on buffeting you. He gonna keep on intimidating you. He gonna keep on selling out until you hit him right dead in the mouth and say, enough is enough, devil. Oh, I ain't got nobody. Y'all, look at somebody say, you got to hit him in the mouth and say, enough is enough. Oh, I wish I had somebody that was real in here said the devil will talk to you until you tell him to shut up. That devil ain't got nobody here. He'll talk to you. He'll get in your mind. He'll get in your dreams. He'll get in people. The negativity will come until you tell him, I don't want to hear it no more. I'm not concerned with it anymore. I don't want to hear that garbage. I don't want to hear that trash. Sometimes you got to shut the whole house and say, shut up. Ain't got nobody in here. Somebody yell, shut up!
Yes, Lord.
Sometimes be quiet just don't feel like shut up. Have you ever said, I've been being too nice, Sister Karen? I've been being too nice with the devil. Every now and then you got to say, look at here now. Enough is enough. I'm tired of hearing you because I come to tell you, you ain't got to hold no conversation with Satan. You just put the word up. Y'all ain't talking to me. Why you arguing with Satan? Why you trying to go back and forth? You ain't going to convince him. You ain't going to save him. Y'all ain't talking to me. He already got something preserved for him. You can't fight him naturally, Evangelist Cooper. You got to fight him in the spiritual realm. Somebody give God a hand praise in the house of God. If he keep on intimidating you, but he going to keep on coming to the valley. Where y'all at? Look at somebody say, you got to take your prayer meeting off the top of the mountain and take your prayer meeting in the valley. Oh, y'all ain't talking to me. Look at somebody saying, oh, it ain't enough for the giants to hear you having church up there. You got to have church down. Y'all ain't talking to me. Look, we having church on the mountain. Oh, God is good. We having church on the mountain. But there's somebody that leave the mountain and go to the valley and say, God is good down here too. Somebody say, have church in the valley too. Tell you, if you begin to let the devil know that, look, you coming up against me and selling out and defying God and defying what we believe and define our faith is doing nothing but serving as an initiative for me. Whether he's serving as an intimidator or he's serving as an initiator to you. Meaning intimidators are fueled by your fear.
All right. All right.
Intimidators are fueled by your fear of them. Anybody who's a bully or is an intimidator, whether it's young people in school or on your job, because you got some grown bullies too. Y'all ain't talking to me here. You got some grown bullies too. You got people that try to bully you and grown up too. They try to intimidate you with their power, intimidate you with their authority, intimidate with you with their smarts and their mind and their finances. Somebody said intimidators can be grown ups too. Anybody who tries to fuel is fueled by your fear of them. On the other hand, when bullies meet their match and learn that their talk and shenanigans only pump you up for a fight.
Yes, sir.
Their confidence level seems to drop. How many of y'all ever begin to let the devil know that I'm not scared?
All right. All right.
And I'm coming in the name of the Lord. But I'm going to tell you, you can't have that mentality in your own power. I ain't got nobody here. Evangelist, you can't have that in your own power against the enemy. But you got to let the enemy know I'm not coming by my own power, not by my might, but I'm coming in the spirit of the Most High. I can't fight a natural battle. I got to fight a spiritual one in the power of God. And how many of y'all know when you fight in the spirit, God gives you the ability to do some things in the natural that you really could not do. I ain't got nobody here. If you fight in the spiritual, you're able to do stuff in the natural that you're not able to do if you wasn't connected to God. Somebody give God a hand, pray. Do I got anybody here that say I shouldn't be doing or acting or living or beginning to occupy like I am? I shouldn't be as active. Oh, I ain't got nobody. The doctor said I shouldn't be doing it. I shouldn't be walking. I shouldn't be talking. I shouldn't have the energy. Somebody said, but God, they ain't got nobody here. But God is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all I ever ask or think according to the power that working to me. I stop worrying and I let go, ain't got nobody, and let God have his way in my life. Somebody give God a hand praise here. You can't fight on your level. You got to fight on the spiritual level in order to get things done. Somebody give God a hand praise in the house of God. As believers, there comes a time when we have to look the devil square in the eye and declare to him, I'm not scared of you.
Amen.
How many of y'all know you got to tell the devil, I'm not scared of you? And this is possible because the spirit of the devil himself is working through people every day. So how do I talk to the devil, this spirit? Because he's working through people. Sometimes I think the church really forgets that we are fighting against spirits. I think we just think we're reading the Bible and just the Bible just says something to make it sound good. I don't think that we know that the spirits are real that we're fighting against. Spirits like the spirit of divination. Oh, y'all, yeah. Somebody said the spirit of divination. You know you're working against witchcraft. You're working against others. Y'all better give God a spirit. You're working against all these spirits. I ain't got nobody. Somebody, what about familiar spirits? You're walking against familiar spirits. That's familiar. Why do people link up? And why do people begin to have the same mindset and become friends, become foes? Because they're familiar spirits. And you know in the Bible, they'll team up to stop you. Ain't got nobody. Somebody give God a hand. Praise. People that don't even deal with each other. When you get on a job, they become best friends. They y'all don't even like each other. Do I got anybody I can preach to? Y'all bully bodies now. Familiar spirits. Can I go deeper? Can I go deeper? Somebody said, give God a hand. Can I go deeper? What about people of God? The spirit of haughtiness. Huh? Spirits of jealousy, lying spirits, perverse spirits, spirits of heaviness, spirits of infirmity, when you can't seem to be healed and set free and delivered. God is here to set you free, but the devil won't take his hands off you because you won't allow God to heal you. Somebody give God a hand praise in the house of God. How many of y'all know you can be feeling bad, but you got to say, I'm healed? Oh, I ain't got nobody here. I don't care what the doctor said, Sister Adela. That's what you saw. Ain't somebody give God a hand praise. That's what you saw. But my God said with his stripes, amen, I'm already, do I got anybody here that's in the word today? I know what you said, but I also know what the word of God said concerning me. I'm healed. Oh, you got the spirit of heaviness, spirit of infirmity. What about the spirits of bondage and fear? What about seducing spirits? I can go on and on. Evil spirits are real. How many of y'all know but the power of God is real as well? Somebody give God a hand. Praise. The power of God is real as well. The song says to break every chain in our life. How many of y'all know God can break every chain in your life right now? And you don't have to come to church and clap your hands and stomp your feet and leave the same way you came when you enter into these doors. But do I got anybody here to clap your hand and say, I speak over my life right now and I'll never be the same again? Oh, somebody give God a hand. Praise him. Oh, I don't know about y'all, but I'm tired of coming to church, spending 3 hours and going back the same way. I'm tired of clapping my hands and thinking and turning around 3 times and can't get delivered. Somebody give God a hand. Praise. Somebody say, eventually I got to be delivered from what I have, and I got to face the champion and say, you're going down today. Somebody give God a hand. Praise. Do I got anybody here that's ready to face the champion? Oh, Goliath was a champion. He was a champion that nobody ever could even begin to even challenge. They was afraid of him. They was fearful of him. What the devil does in our lives, he presents giants in our lives. I come to tell you, people of God, sometimes giants will buffet you for generations. Because your daddy didn't face it. Oh, can I talk to anybody? Your granddaddy didn't face it. Your great-great-daddy failed to him. Your mama couldn't beat him. Nobody could face him. But it comes a time in your generation, I ain't got nobody here. Can I preach to anybody? It comes a time in your generation that you got to say, I can't allow my son to face this giant. I got to stop it. I ain't got nobody I can preach to. Do you not know you got generational curses? You got generational giants. You got generational foes that'll buffet you all the way down to your grandkids and your great-great-grandkids. Let me tell you something. After blessings can flow from generation to generation, you know curses and giants. Y'all better give God a hand. Can flow from generation to generation. If you don't stop it, somebody give God a hand, pray, and say, you got a right to stop it. Got a right to stop it. You got a right to stop that thing that's trying to destroy your family. God says, I have not given you the spirit of fear, but of love, power, and a sound mind. And I come to tell somebody, just because your level of confidence is growing and maturing, God will strategically position you in active arenas.
Come on, say that, Bishop.
When you say the book stop here, I'm coming to fight against this generational curse. I'm coming to fight against this giant that's been buffeting my family for years. A fight against this giant that has been buffeting my church, or this giant that's been tormenting my life. When you begin to mature and walk in victory, like Sister Ashley began to sing this morning, and walk in that victory that God has given you, and God sees that you are different from everybody else. It has nothing to do with how long you've been saved, how big you are, how much you know, but sometimes when you align yourself with God, God begins to strategically position you in active arenas. What do you mean active arenas? When God begins to put you in arenas where warfare and spiritual warfare is going on. How many of y'all know God will strategically place you in an active arena? He'll strategically place you in an arena where he needs somebody that's holding up the bloodstained banner. He needs somebody that's a believer. He needs somebody that's die-hard and radical for him. Somebody give God a hand, praise him. I'm not talking about radical in church and radical at home, but get in the Walmart and don't act like you saved. I'm not talking about being a prayer warrior in here, but when you get to some place in the neighborhood, you can't pray for nobody. I ain't got nobody here. I'm not talking about being a secret disciple. Somebody give God a hand, pray in the house of God. But I'm talking about letting your light shine, that men see your good work and they glorify the Father. Somebody give God a hand, pray. But I come and tell you, you got a lot of presidents of the church right now ashamed to let people know they saved. Oh, y'all better give God a hand, praise here. They don't want to let their co-workers know I'm saved. They don't want to let people know that I'm a preacher. And y'all ain't talking to me here. So they don't want people to know that I go to church. Where you going? Well, I'm busy tonight. Now I'm going to church. Y'all better give God a hand, pray in the house of God. I'm not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. It is the power of God unto salvation. Let the world know for God I live and for God I die. Do I got anybody here in the house of God? Raise your hand and say, I'm not ashamed of who I am. Somebody say, I'm filled with the Holy Ghost. I ain't got nobody, and that's with the mighty burning fire. That's what the old people say. I'm saved, and I let the world know I'm saved. And my grandmama came in the church and got happy. Y'all ain't talking. Started speaking in tongues, but she got to a seat. She let the world know I ain't got nobody here. Elder Bishop Halstead used to be eating breakfast here. Somebody give God a hand, praise in the house of God. Y'all ain't talking. God happy eat breakfast. Start speaking in tongues that the Spirit give you utterance. Somebody say, I'm not ashamed of who I am. Oh, and God says, when I find out you radical.
Oh my God.
When I find out you're not ashamed, then I can put you in arenas where I can't put other people in. Y'all ain't talking. Then I can put you in positions I can't put other people in. Then I can trust you, Brother Max, with a word I can't give everybody. Then it's not going to be about longevity. It's going to be about a heart discernment. That's why people can be saved 2 years and God can do more for them than he can do with people that been saved 30. Somebody give God a hand, pray. It ain't about your age. It's about you being yielding yourself to God. It said, God, use me the way you see fit. Somebody give God a hand, praise him, and say, use me, Lord, the way you see fit. Please understand, if you can't, God can't trust you, he'll never send you.
All right, say that.
You ain't got to worry. If God can't trust you, he'll never send you.
Yes, Lord.
So because you may send yourself. You may say God sent you, but if God can't trust you, he'll never send you.
That's a good word.
Can I go deeper?
Yes.
If God can't trust your ears, eyes, and tongues, I'm going to say it again. If God can't trust your ears, eyes, and tongue, he'll keep you deaf, blind, and dumb. Oh, somebody need to write that down. Somebody need to write that down. I said, if God can't trust your ears, eyes, and tongue, he'll keep you deaf, blind, and dumb, because he know I can't use you anyway, so I ain't gonna give you, y'all ain't talking to you. I ain't gonna give you nothing. I ain't gonna tell you nothing. I ain't gonna show you nothing, and I'm sure ain't gonna give you nothing to give to nobody else, because I can't trust you, because you ain't ready. I ain't got nobody here. The worst person to give authority to is a person that ain't got no connection with God. Somebody give God a hand, praise him. The worst person to tell your secrets to is a person that can't control their tongue, they can't control what they say, they can't control their emotion. And y'all better give God a hand, praise him. Oh, and people, you can't tell people they're going to get behind this pulpit and preach on you and tell your business. Somebody give God a hand, pray in the house of God. You need people you can trust. That's men and women of God that God has set. Y'all better give God a hand, praise him. Oh, I feel my anointing shifting in this place. Somebody give God a hand, pray in the house of God. Somebody holler glory to God. God said, I'll keep you deaf. I'll keep you blind. I'll keep you dumb. I want to let you know, but with trust, the more God trusts you, God says with trust comes exposure.
Yes. That's good.
Here it is. Just because God trusts you, don't think He's gonna expose you some stuff.
That's right. That's right.
So there's a reason. Not only ain't talking about exposure that you like per se. Sometimes God exposes you to stuff that's hard, challenging, the greatest fights of your life. None of my the roughest weeks that you ever had. With exposure, God says, comes with a level of trust. When I trust you, I expose you. Here it is. And with exposure comes challenges. The more God exposes you, becomes more challenging to you. Meaning when God is preparing you for a super fight with Goliath. Here it is. When God is preparing you for a super fight with Goliath, He'll strategically schedule you some warm-up fights with lions, bears, family members, co-workers, complete strangers. Oh, I ain't got nobody. I said, Goliath is your super fight, your championship fight, the fight that's the Mayweather and Pacquiao fight. Y'all ain't talking to me. That's the super fight that everybody wanted to see for the last few years. That's the super fight. But God said you can't fight the super fight until you warm up and get ready with some lions and some bears and some brothers that don't like you, and daddy don't understand you, and people that say you think you all this, you think you all that. Who do you think you are? You ain't better than me. You put on your pants the same way I put on my pants. So y'all better give God a hand prayer in the house of God. Who do you think you are? I remember when you were putting on your diaper. I changed your diaper. I wiped your nose. Who do you think you are? You will never be nothing but little Max to me. Y'all better give God a hand prayer. In the old darling, I knew you when you was nothing. But somebody said, now God has begun to do a new thing in my life. Now I'm walking in anointing. Now I'm walking in vision. Now the hand of God is on me. God has turned me all around. He set my feet on higher ground. Somebody give God a hand praise. Somebody say, all things are passed away, and behold, all things become new in my life. Somebody give God a hand praise. It says sometimes I look myself in the mirror and don't even know who I am myself. Somebody give God a hand praise. Sometimes things come out my mouth and I say, that ain't Marquez speaking right there. That ain't Ashley right there. That's God. Somebody give God a hand praise. I remember when I would have went off. I remember when I would have cussed you out. I remember when I would have turned this place upside down. But somebody said, God, had y'all feel the power. God has did something in my life. Somebody give God a hand praise. Somebody shake somebody's hand and say, oh, what a change in my life. Oh, shake somebody's hand and say, oh, what a change. Oh, I wish I had somebody shake somebody's hand and say, I know God changed me. I know God rearranged me. I know He took something and nothing and made something out of it. I'm a living witness that God can. Somebody say, that's why I'm fighting lions. That's why I'm fighting bears. That's why, Brother Nash, that's why everybody's fighting me. That's why everybody snatches stuff from me. That's why they picking fights with me and trying to get me to act out of character, because God has set me up for a super fight. Shake somebody's hand and say, a super fight coming, a super fight. God said you got to fight lions, bears. Somebody said, and people. Lions, bears, and people. God said, because I can't throw you in a super fight without some warm-up. Oh, I ain't got nobody here. Oh, somebody said, you got to have some warm-up fights. I can't thrust you in with Goliath and you not be ready. I got to prepare you, because here it is. Look, I know what's in you, David, because I just anointed you. And I don't think you understand what I just did, because sometimes God can anoint you and you still not know who you really are. Have you ever been around people that look at you and say, my God, you anointed. And you can't even see it yourself?
Come on now. Yes, Lord.
They'll say, why you amazing. People can see what's in you and you can't even see it yourself. Here it is. God grows you by first making you a reactor and not an initiator. God grows you by making you a reactor first and not an initiator. David's first fight, he was tending sheep. Wasn't thinking about fighting. Wasn't thinking about doing killing. Wasn't thinking about being nothing. The lion came and initiated.
All right. Come on,
Took something from him. And somebody said the anointing he had that he didn't know he had stood up. Oh, see. Somebody said sometimes the devil will bark up the wrong tree because if he just would have left me alone, I wouldn't know how anointed I was. Oh my God! If the devil would have left me alone, I never would have known how anointed I was. But just because you picked the fight with me, brother man, now you're gonna make the anointing rise up again with me. The David said, I ain't worried about fighting. I'm anointed, but don't know how anointed I am. I got my hands. I think my hand is just God has given my hand just to begin to feed sheep and groom them. I didn't know that God has given my hands a weapon. Lion came and initiated, took one of his sheep, and anointing rose up, and David had to react. And the Bible said he pursued, and when he grabbed that lion, he had strength like no other man. Y'all ain't talking to me. When he grabbed that lion, something rose up in him. He came and grabbed that lion, and the Bible said he snatched that lion, that sheep out the paw of that lion. He killed him. And the Bible said then came a bear. Y'all better give God a hand praise him. And the bear initiated it with him. And the Bible said he pursued after that bear, grabbed that bear, killed him, snatched that sheep out of his hand and brought it back to safety. Look at somebody say he was a reactor. Sometimes it takes the devil messing with you and God allowing the devil to mess with you to show you who you are. Oh, I wish I had somebody know that God can use the devil too. God can use the devil. God can use people coming up against you. You say, why everybody don't like me? It ain't God's will for everybody to like you. It ain't God's will for everybody to be on your side. It ain't God's will for you to work in an environment where you can get peace. You will quit one job and find more hell on another job because God needs you to work in an environment that's not conducive to peace. I'm going to mess y'all up because for some of us, if it ain't rough, it ain't right. For some of us, we need it to be rough for us to be. Y'all ain't talking, but the best to come out of us. My wife tell me all the time, she said, you like to work with this tough. I said, the more pressure money, the better I do.
All right.
Somebody can't work under pressure, but God will make me to work under pressure. Somebody tell me to give God a hand praise in the house of God. David didn't know who he was, but he takes the enemy coming in to make him a reactor. Here it is. But after God makes you a reactor, your confidence
That's right.
goes to another level.
That's right. Yes, it does.
And after you kill a few lions
All right.
and kill a few bears and pray for a couple of family members and they get right. Rebuke a couple of enemies and they flee from you. Pray a couple of prayers to see God work in your life. Then your confidence begins to go to another level. And then you ain't a reactor, you become an initiator. Ain't got nobody. And then God will cause you to be sent to the hottest battle. Oh, y'all better give God a hand praise in the house of God. It amazes me how God is able, Bishop, to cause you in your destiny to cross paths. Oh, somebody give God a hand praise. I feel like preaching right now. Shake somebody's hand like you're about to shake it off and say, neighbor. Say, oh, neighbor. It's amazing how God will cause you in your destiny to cross paths. Somebody say, I thought I was going to carry some food to the armies. I thought I was they was all right. But I did not know that God was setting me up to be a champion killer. I did not know that God was setting me up to be the man that will bring deliverance to my whole entire country. I did not know that God was setting me up to be synonymous in every church all over the world. When they talked about David, the great warrior, somebody holler, yeah. Somebody said, neighbor. Say, oh, neighbor, I want to let you know, when God get ready to put you on the front of the line, he'll cause you to become out of obscurity. He'll cause you to get over your fears. He'll cause you to get over the naysayers. He'll cause you to overcome everybody that don't want you to prosper. Somebody holler, yeah. But he took the food to the army. Somebody holler, glory. But when he got there, the giant came out at the right time. Somebody holler, yeah. It so happened as David got there to give the food, the Bible said he shouted for the battle. Somebody holler, yeah. Somebody said fighting had got on the inside. A warrior mentality had got on the inside. A confidence, an anointing had got on the inside. He shouted. He got excited about the battle. Look at your neighbor and said, neighbor, if I was David, I'll be excited too, because I had just came out of a warm-up fight, and I had won all my warm-ups. And the best time to fight a champion is when you had some victory. Somebody holler, yeah. You will never see a champion fight somebody that came off a loss. But champions fight the contenders that comes off a victory. Somebody holler, yeah. He said, yeah. There's a battle going on. And he overheard Goliath talking about God in his army. Somebody holler, yeah. And he heard somebody say, and anybody get the victory, the king is going to array him with great riches. He's going to make him debt free. He's going to give him his daughter. Somebody holler, yeah. And I heard David say, what did you say? Who is this uncircumcised Philistine that dare to defy the armies of the living God? But look at somebody and say, your pundits and your haters don't want you to walk in victory. I heard his eldest brother Eli begin to say, what you talking about, David? Here you go again. You always proud. You always so proud. But I heard David. He said, what have I done now? Somebody holler, yeah. Is there not a cause? Somebody holler, yeah. Shake your neighbor hand like you're about to shake it off. And say, neighbor, oh neighbor, you can shake that like you don't hear it. You can shake that like you don't know what's going on. But I got to stand on the word, on Christ, the solid rock. I see all of the ground is sinking sand. Do I have a witness? Somebody holler, yeah. Somebody say, there is a cause. For God I live, and for God I die. Somebody holler, yeah. And I heard him This giant, he's a champion. He's undefeated. He's great. We don't have a man to fight against him. You ain't nothing but a youth. And he's been a champion from his youth. But I heard David when he said, you don't understand. I was keeping my father's sheep. And in came a lion and took one of them. I ran and I pursued him. I killed him and I brought him back. He said, that sounds good. But you got something else. He said, but then in came a bat and he took him and I pursued him and I killed him and I brought it back. Do I have a witness? He said, that ain't good enough. He said, but what I want to tell you, what I did to them, y'all ain't talking. What I did to them, I'll do the same thing to this giant. Somebody holler, yeah. Somebody wave your hand and say, giants got to come down. Do I got a witness here? Look at somebody and say, giants, they got to fall. Giants, they got to fall. Everything that's in my way, it's got to fall. Generational curse, they got to fall. Seducing spirit, they got to fall. Lying, they got to fall. Sickness is coming down. Somebody holler, yeah. I saw. He said, well, if you're going, then God be with me. Somebody holler, yeah. He said, put on this garment, all this armor, and I wear. But I saw David. He said, King, I can't go in this because I haven't proved it. But let me go with what I know. Somebody holler, yeah. Shake somebody's hand and say, do it. How the Lord said do it. Somebody said, do it. How the Lord said do it. Somebody said, go. How the Lord said go. Fight. How the Lord said fight. Somebody holler, yeah. But I saw him go down to the water brook and kneel down and get 5 smooth stones. Somebody holler, yeah. Put him in his pouch. Got his sling. And the Bible said, Goliath said, who is this? Oh, y'all ain't talking. Who is this? Little bitty man that you sit in the fight. I'm going to kill him and feed his carcass to the fowls of the air. But I heard David I survived this. Must I survive this? Just to face that. Here it is. What you can never do is let your situation that you're in cause you to forget the things you survived.
Come on now.
You can never let the situation that you're in cause you to forget the things you have survived. Help me out, Bishop. Help me out. Because I'm telling you, the things you survive is the reason why you're in the situation that you're in. Somebody saying, well, what I survived, Brother Chris, don't matter to the situation I'm in. It does. Because if you hadn't survived that, you wouldn't be in the situation. So anybody in here that got in your testimony, I could have been dead. I should have been, y'all ain't talking about y'all. I should have been dead. I almost died. I died on the table. Y'all ain't talking. They pronounced me dead. Y'all ain't talking to me. But God. Remind them you survived for a reason. You survived that. Brother, listen, to be able to face this. And God said, when you're in the middle of your situation, think back at how you survived and why. Why you survived. I'm going to mess you up. And sometimes when you think you're not going to make it out of the situation, you will hear a voice of God say and remind you, I'm going to mess you up. Some of y'all going to say, I know what you're talking about. Sometimes you hear God say, hey, you can't die right here. I know I kind of messed y'all up right there. You can be in a hospital bed, worried. And God will say, hey, I didn't bring you out of that to die right here. See, some of y'all might not be ready for this. God will tell you, I don't care how bad it is, you coming out of here. You coming out of here. So I got anybody here, you can't die right here, man. Look. I didn't bring you to that dramatic rescue for you to die with a toothache. Some of y'all miss me right now. Some of y'all miss me. Y'all, I'm trying to help you. I didn't bring you through that for you to die in a car accident. Because sometimes your situation will make you forget about what God promised you. You know what will make you rest that night when you're going through when you remember what God promised you. Yes. And you said, well, it ain't happened yet. Come on, Bishop. So if it ain't happened yet, I can't die. Come on, Bishop. Y'all ain't talking to me here. I can't go nowhere yet because I ain't done all God. Y'all ain't talking to me. I ain't done all God wanted me to do. David figured out, Bishop, David figured out my warm-up fight had everything to do with my super fight. Yes. My warm-up fights had everything to do with my supervisor. You warm up fight to critique your skills.
All right.
That's the only reason why you schedule warm-ups. Because when I get to the light, I want to be ready.
Yes.
The only reason you warm up is to get you ready for the super fight. That's why David tells Saul, I'm the challenge. I'm the challenge. They are all afraid, including you, because you ain't warmed up.
All right. All right.
That's good.
You ain't warming up. You're too afraid to let God use you.
All right.
I've been anointed. And God has strategically gave me warm-up fights to get me ready. Now I didn't really know who I was until I fought.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Amen.
That's right.
Look, listen. He fought his warm-ups as the reactor. He fights Goliath as the initiator.
Yes.
He says, let me go.
That's right.
Let me go.
That's what he said. Yes.
I'll go fight it.
Yes.
I know who I am. Somebody say, I know what I'm capable of.
I know what I'm capable of.
I don't want some big fights.
Yes.
Saul, I beat a lion. I know it's hard to believe that. I mean, Saul looking like, okay, David.
Yeah.
All right. I'll beat a lion. I killed him. I kill a bear with my bare hands. And I'm going to do this uncircumcised Philistine the same way.
That's right.
I'm going to get us the victory. And the Bible said David, I love the Bible said he didn't walk to Goliath.
Amen.
The Bible said he ran. Read your Bible. Read your Bible.
That's right.
That's right.
The Bible said he was so confident.
Yes.
Hey, when you ain't confident, you go like this. Now you're up being scared and want to prove you weren't scared. You know why you try to prove you got confidence? And they know you scared. Come on, cross the line. Somebody say, hit me first. Somebody say, well, you ain't scared. Somebody say, you were wrong. He ran, y'all ain't talking to me. He ran toward the lion. And the Bible said while he was running, he was whining. Somebody said, run and whine at the same time. Run and whine. Somebody get up on your feet. Somebody get on your feet. Just run and whine. Start whining. Just whine. Somebody said, start whining, whine and whine. Run and whine. Somebody said, throw it with precision. Throw it with confidence. Throw it with power. Throw it with the anointing. Throw it. Somebody said, hit your target. Hit your target. Hit your target. That Bible said that rock hit him. Right in the forehead. That giant dropped. Can you imagine how the Philistines, when the Bible said when the Philistines saw that giant fall, what they did? Look, somebody said thousands of men running from one man. That's how powerful David was. One man, one little bitty man, they said they started running. Please. The Bible said David walked up to him and mounted him on his chest. Took the live sword. Bible said got that neck and brought it back to him. Saw him. Here go your champion. Don't worry about that head, though. We ain't trying to save it. Somebody give God a hand and raise out God. Everyone standing. God will do what he said. How many of y'all believe God will do what he said? He'll give you the victory.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will.
God is setting you up. God is setting you up. Somebody said, embrace your warm-ups.
Embrace your warm-up.
You in warm-up fights now. God is getting ready for the super fight.
Yes.
You got a super fight coming up. And God is preparing you with all these warm-ups. And God is saying you survived all of that. All that turmoil, all those fights, all those struggles. Because I'm preparing you for something great.
Yes.
Somebody said greater is coming.
Greater is coming.
Somebody said greater is coming.
Greater is coming.
No weapon formed against me shall prosper. It won't work. No weapon formed against me. Say it with me. Shall prosper. It won't. God will do what he said. He will stand by. He will. God will do, say, God will do what he said. He will Hallelujah.
Glory to God.
You survived that just to face this.
Glory to God.
God has turned you from a reactor into a powerful initiator. You're no longer passive. God has made you aggressive. You're not reactive now, you're proactive.
All right.
You're a proactive child of God because you know who you are. You know the power you walk in. You know that you're a child of the King, that he's doing mighty acts through you. You know the power in your hands. You know your mindset. You have a mind of war. Your mentality has changed. You understand now that the kingdom of God suffers violence. Violence take it by force. Your mentality is to do whatever I have to do to live for God. Do whatever I have to do to save my kids. Do whatever I have to do to save my marriage. Do whatever I have to do to walk in victory.
Hallelujah.
Do whatever I have to do to please the Lord. Do whatever I have to do to find sanity, to find peace, find happiness. Lord, I do what I have to do. Lord, if I got to fast 3 days, lay down my plate, put some things down I don't need, change my diet, get in seclusion, pray without ceasing, have quiet time, cut-offs in solitude, whatever I have to do to get close to you. Lord, I'm willing. God has talked to somebody through this word today. God is trying to make you. It's time for you to stand up against the giants of your life. They cannot serve as intimidators another day. They cannot serve as intimidators for you. They have to serve as initiators. Those things that cause you to act. Those things that cause you to grow immature and seek the things of God. Dear God, we thank you for your word. We know that your word fell on good ground today. We know that your word was received today. We know that your people are leaving this place empowered and knowledgeable and confident and excited about not only their new journey, but their new fight, their new strategy, their new mindset, their new demeanor. We're leaving this place, God, walking in victory. We're leaving this place, God, empowered in our minds, in our heart, confident in our ability as men and women of God, as children of the Most High God, that we are victorious. That the things you're sending our way are not designed, God, to destroy us, but they are designed to make us stronger, to prepare us for what you have for us. You are making us the men and women you were designed to have us to be. You are getting us ready for the greatest fight of our lives. Because we have to leave this place and fight some giants. Some giants. prepared to fight giants today. We are giant killers officially. We are officially giant killers. We are not afraid. We will not flinch. We will not back down. We will shout for the battle. We will shout for the battle with excitement. Because we know victory is ours. God, we give you praise. God, we give you glory. Thank you for what you have done in this place. God, we just give you praise. There being a sick among us, we bind the hand of the enemy. Touch everybody. I feel the pain on my left side. That God is moving in somebody right now around your rib cage. Yabo robo shandini. On your left side by your rib cage, God is moving that pain right now. In the name of Jesus. Some back pain on your left side and wrap around your back on the left side. God is touching you. In the name of Jesus. Swelling in your hand. Yeah, glory to God. Swelling. I bind swelling. Swelling in your hands. Swelling in your ankles. Ah, glory to God. I just want you to not swell in your ankle, just to stump your foot. Just stump it, just touch it, just stump it. Just stump on the ground. Just stump your foot on the ground. You ain't got swell in your feet, just stump it. Yeah, glory to God. Hallelujah. I feel the power of God in this place. Hallelujah. 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 I bind anxiety attacks. I bind them. I plead the blood against anxiety. Shortness of breath.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, God.
Bind breathing problems when you sleep. When you wake up and feel like you're about to die. I bind it in the name of Jesus. Glory to God. You can't leave with you. You can't leave with you today. It's got to fall. That joint got to fall. It got to die. Wherever you hurt it, wherever you need God to do, I want you to touch it right now. In obedience, touch it. Touch it, touch it, touch it, touch your body. Wherever you need God to touch, you touch it. In the God, I feel the power of God. I feel a heat all over my body. Touch it. In the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. Heal. Heal. Touch. Deliver. Set free each being in his house. And any infirmity cannot leave this building. Will not leave this building. We speak it. We speak it into existence. We claim it. We stand upon your word in the authority in which you have given us to speak healing with your stripes. God, we thank you. We thank you. My God. Ooh, I feel the anointing in this place. The anointing of the Holy Ghost. God, we thank you. We thank you for your move. Woo. Yeah. Breathe on us. Breathe on us. Breathe on us. Breathe on us. Slay the giants. Put your hands together and give God some glory in this place. Come on, put your hands together and give God some glory. He said he would do it. He said he would do it. He said he would do it. He won't. He said he would heal it. He said he would heal it. He said he would heal it. It won't. He said he would turn it. He said he would turn it. Oh, he said he would turn it. It won't. Oh, he said he would fix it. He said he would fix it. He said he would fix it. It won't. He gave me the victory. He gave me victory. He gave me victory. It won't. Yeah. It won't. Where the hand is, say yeah. Yeah. Give God a hand praise all over this building. Come on, give God a hand praise. Give God a hand praise. Give God a hand praise. Give God some glory. The doors of this church are open for you. The doors of the church are open for you. Don't have a church home. Don't have a church home. God is saying, this is what I need to do. There'll be one today. There'll be one today. Glory. There'll be one today. Give God a hand praise all the good. God is good. God is good. take this word with you. Take this word with you today. What God is preparing you for. Don't get in your situation and lose sight of what you survived. Don't get in the greatest fight of your life. Do not get in the championship fight and forget what you accomplished leading up to that goal. It had everything to do with this moment. God didn't bring you out of that to bring you to this to lose, to be defeated. Give God a hand praise. Please remember that I tell you, we got a lot of food back there.